Hi everyone, Natalie here, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about meditation. So, there's a lot of benefits to meditation. Just simply being able to create a relaxing state for your body, calming your mind, creating personal awareness with your thoughts. You lower your heart rate, your blood pressure. A lot of healing can happen through meditation, and it can be really life changing for a lot of people. You always hear about meditation, but what is it really? There's so many ways to meditate. So don't think that you have to sit in a corner for an entire hour every day in order to be good at meditation. It can be as little as 2 minutes of meditation. It can be something that you do throughout your day without actually setting aside time, just doing your normal activities. You can be in a mindful meditative state. Um, so I just wanted to let you know that there's a lot of different ways to do it. There's no one right way, and you've got a lot of options. So it can actually be a really fun thing. I think one of the most important things is to let go of judging ourselves during meditation. You don't have to be perfect. There is no such thing as perfection, or you can flip it, and we are all perfect as we are, which is an even better way of viewing it. But you don't have to attain something specific. It's really about the journey. And every time you sit down to meditate throughout your entire life, no matter what level you are at with your meditation, you're going to get benefits out of it. And you're going to learn something about yourself. You're going to grow. You're going to find that deeper state of awareness, of presence. So a couple things that you can do to meditate. I like to sit personally. You can do walking meditations. You can even lay down. I find that I tend to fall asleep or kind of drift off when I lay down. So that's why I prefer sitting, or even just meditating while I go for a walk, through the neighborhoods, through the beach, wherever I'm at. You can find some different things to focus on. So just bringing your mind to that place where you're focusing in on your breath. Maybe you're focusing in on your heartbeat. Maybe you're closing your eyes or keeping your eyes open and just listening. How much can I hear? How far away can I hear sounds? Bringing yourself into the space. Maybe you are just focusing on how the light is hitting everything in the room that you're sitting in. There's a lot of different ways to meditate, and it's really about creating presence. It's not all about completely quieting your mind. I mean, there is that type of meditation too, where you really try to quiet all the thoughts. But thoughts are natural. It's a natural thing that we go through every day. We have thousands and thousands of thoughts that run through our head every day. That's a lot. So it's normal for thoughts to flow in and out of your mind. And just creating that awareness. Hey, where are my thoughts going? You can allow those thoughts as they come into your mind to just float on by. You may want to spend some time with those thoughts. As a thought comes into your head, maybe sit with it for a moment. Maybe start to wonder, what is this thought? How is it affecting me? And you might find there's a little bit of personal work that you need to do with that thought. So don't just try and brush everything out and think, if any thought comes into my head, I'm failing at meditation, because that's not how meditation works. Meditation is really about creating some awareness and presence. The walking meditation, like I mentioned, is a great one. So as you go for a walk, maybe just start to really pay attention to what's around you. Start to notice every tree, every flower. Notice the wind on your skin. Notice how your body feels as you move. And maybe just breathe with the earth. Walking meditations can be great. Mindful meditation is just a way of being present in your life. So even if you're going out, getting the groceries, running errands throughout the day, be aware. Be aware of your surroundings instead of getting so caught up in our thoughts, whether it's of the lists that you have to do, which hopefully you write down so you can get them out of your head and focus in on being present, but just being aware of your surroundings, being aware of the space around you. Maybe connecting with people that are walking by you in the opposite direction. Just creating that presence of really being in the moment instead of caught up in all of that, all of those thoughts that we just repeat over and over again in our mind. So that's mindful meditation. You can also do a body scan. So whether you're sitting, walking, laying, however you choose to meditate, maybe just start to focus into some different areas of your body. How are my feet feeling? Where am I holding tension? Am I tight in my hips, shoulders, back? Am I holding my breath? Are the muscles in my face tense? How can I relax that? How can I breathe into my body and create that deeper connection, really connecting the body with the mind and the spirit? You can focus on one word, maybe a mantra, maybe a quote, maybe just the word love while you're sitting there and meditating. You know, um, you can let your mind wander, or you can just keep coming back to that word love, maybe feeling that word love, maybe connecting into your heart space, or just sit there with a smile. You know, the smile can do a lot. When you change your physical body, it creates a completely different reaction within you, and then it changes your emotions and it changes your thoughts too. So maybe just meditating with a smile. You can practice visualization. You know, maybe there's some goals that you have out there, or, you know, where you see yourself in a couple of years, or whatever it may be. You can visualize something. Go to your happy place. Go to that tropical island. Picture yourself out in nature and just close your eyes and be there and connect. You know, visualization can be a great way to focus on something that allows you to quiet the chatter of your everyday thoughts, but allows you to bring yourself into a different space and a different kind of awareness. You can read a lot of spiritual books, maybe read up on some different ways to meditate. There's also guided meditations, which can be really great. You know, a lot of different recordings. Sometimes yoga classes at the very end, they may guide you through relaxation. I just want you to be aware that when you do a guided meditation, just you want to make sure that you bring yourself back out of it. When you're going into a meditative state, it's very similar to a hypnotic state, which we all naturally flow into. It's kind of that half wake, half sleep state that you're in the 30 minutes before you go to bed and the 30 minutes when you wake up in the morning. And there's 3 different personality types. Some of us are very easily hypnotized, very easily go into this Zen meditative state. Some of us control going in and out of it a little bit better. And then there are those that are a little harder to get into that meditative state. And depending on what personality type you are, you can actually get stuck in that hypnotic state. And then if you don't count yourself out of it, if you don't wake yourself up out of it and snap yourself out, you may stay in this kind of, I don't know, almost like a little bit of a zombie like this, that hypnotic state where you're more susceptible to being influenced into your subconscious. So just something to be aware of. So if you do the guided meditations where you're listening to something, or if you go to group meditations, sometimes they hold those, or at the end of a yoga class, be sure to take a few moments to count yourself out from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then tell yourself, I am wide awake, my eyes are wide open, I'm wide awake, and snap yourself out of it. Come back into the space, come back into your body so that you don't stay in that hypnotic state. Just very important, and I think a lot of people just don't talk about that when they talk about guided meditations. And again, like I said, everyone has a different susceptibility to it, but either way, it's good to bring yourself back into the present moment. Otherwise, you're kind of in this halfway state where then things that start to happen to you afterwards, say you meditate for a wonderful 5 minutes with a soundtrack that kind of guides you through something, and you're on the more susceptible side, you may get out of that, and then you're wandering around your house and your kids are yelling at you and they're breaking things, and then you're still in that hypnotic state where you're more susceptible to things pulling into your subconscious, and you're going to want to get yourself out of that before you put yourself back into life situations, just to protect yourself. And that's super important. But start to have fun with this. Maybe take that on as a challenge. Hey, I'm going to meditate, and I'm going to take 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever you've got. It can be 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever you prefer, once a day, a couple times a week. Play around with some different stuff. See what resonates with you and what works with you. Don't judge yourself. Just bring that awareness to yourself. Be present. It's really a time for you to learn about yourself. That's what meditation is all about. It's about connecting with your spirit, connecting with the earth energy, connecting just with yourself and that oneness of the universe, and letting go of some of that chatter, or just creating some awareness of some of that thought chatter that we get as well. So don't be afraid of meditation. Don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. Have fun with it and just really explore. And I hope you enjoy your meditative journeys.